Hello, people. Welcome to the second recording of Cindy and Char's B2 podcast. I am going to be your host for tonight. I'm Char, and this is my B2 Cindy. How you doing tonight, B2?
I am doing fabulous. I cannot wait to do this.
Okay. I know we had a little bit of a hiatus 1 week in between
Yes.
records. We were hoping to get one every week, but life happened. We had to adult, and here we are a week later. So before we get into too much, I want to ask you, do you have a nice icy cold beverage over there with you tonight? Guess
I
what?
do.
So do I. So what are you drinking tonight?
You first, B2.
Okay, since I am the host for tonight. So I have Hard Agave by Thorn.
Okay.
Oh, can you see that?
A little
Oh,
glare.
my new fancy light is messing with my can. Anyways, it's sea salt lime. I actually haven't tried one of these yet. I bought it special for recording. So hopefully it's good. And I
Okay.
will be honest if it is or isn't. And then if Thorntail would like to sponsor our podcast, we would be happy to take free Thorntail. So give me a sec. That's actually very refreshing.
Okay.
It's an agave. It's fermented blue agave. That's actually really interesting. It's only got 1 gram of sugar and it's 5. Like, I give a crap about that. I really don't. But I know people care about that. And it's 5% alcohol. So it's not huge with alcohol, but it's good. It's refreshing. It's light. What do you got?
Well, mine's going to be a little blast from the past for you.
Oh, Jolt Cola. Shasta. Oh, and it's root beer.
It's a Diet Shasta root beer.
Did you spike it with something?
I did not.
Well, that's not going to be as fun.
It'll be fine.
One of my very fond memories is when we would go to our ranch. I only got to go a couple times with you, but I think we did a Girl Scout outing at our ranch,
Yes.
which you can explain to people what our ranch is, but it reminded me of the camp in Dirty Dancing, where there's like a pool and there's activities and there were horses. It's probably not anything like that, but that's my memory of it. But your mom would always get us Shasta Cola. Like we got to pick which flavor we wanted and she would buy it for us and we would take it to our ranch.
Yes. So our ranch was a ranch in Southern Oregon that you could have membership to, and my family had a membership there, so we got to go occasionally during the summer or whatever. And they did have horseback riding, they had pool, they had video games and actual pool that you play. We did take the Girl Scout troop there, and you'd go fishing.
Yeah,
we caught trout and stuff. It was awesome.
So much fun. A very fond memory for me. The topic of today's podcast is going to be 80s fads, whether that's fashion or cool things or trends, makeup, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm going to throw out the first one and you can give me your memory, thoughts, comments, whatever. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
So the first one, hypercolor t-shirts.
Okay, first of all, once you got a hypercolor t-shirt, you were so cool.
Right.
I mean, you go like this for people who don't know what it is.
Dirty boys with grubby little hands.
True.
Yeah.
Well, but okay, so if people don't know what a hypercolor t-shirt is, so let's say it looks like a blue t-shirt, and then when you press on it, when you get it hot, it might turn pink. So as you can imagine, armpits, it gets a little pink under there. I don't know what
sweat.
Right. So, but it was the coolest thing ever. Yes. Yeah. I had one shirt.
I did too. And I think mine was purple and it would turn, or maybe mine was pink and it would turn purple. I just remember the boys would be like, I mean, I don't think anybody actually grabbed my tatas, but grubby little boy hands. Oh, yes. They always wanted to have fun with your hypercolor t-shirt.
Always. I don't think it was only shirts, right? They didn't have pants.
Yeah, I think it was just shirts. I don't remember. Can you imagine if there was pants though? Okay. This one, I think everybody remembers and has some sort of memory.
Okay.
Aquanet hairspray. Specifically, okay, well, you tell me Aquanet hairspray.
Oh,
Which
well,
one was it? The only one that we could use.
oh, it was like this tall.
Yeah.
And you mean the color or what?
Yes, 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 yes.
I feel like it was purple.
No, the white can with the pink stripes or with the pink lines.
Are you sure it wasn't pink with white lines?
Oh, I am positive. You are failing me right now.
Okay.
Absolutely. It was the white can with the pink lines. I guarantee anybody listening to all of our friends that grew up with us in the 80s, comment on our podcast, comment and tell us what it was. It was a white can with the pink lines on it.
I don't think
I
so.
just
Okay.
remember basically fumigating the whole house every time you
what about
used it.
what about after PE? Remember after PE and all the girls there was one big mirror and
Oh,
all
yeah.
the girls were trying to fix their hair after our
Swimming.
PE teacher made us take, remember?
Yeah.
Anyway, another story. So everybody would like crowd around the mirror and be like with this Aquanet and just, yeah, it would fumigate.
Are you talking about PE in middle school or high school?
High school.
Okay. Because somehow I always got out of PE, which is funny because I was a very active girl. I liked to play sports. I was very much a tomboy. Flag football turned into tackle football. But somehow I got out of PE, or I had it like at the very end of the day. Because I think come my sophomore year, I only had like 3 classes because I had restaurant occupations. So somehow I didn't really have PE. And I was on the swim team. So I think I got out of PE because I played sports.
Probably.
That might be it. So I didn't have as many experiences, but okay.
Okay. Well, Aquanet though, let me just tell you, I had, and fashion. So I had this acid wash denim purse. I don't know if you remember it. It was shaped like this and tied at the top.
Mm-hmm.
It had a big zipper along the base.
Yep.
So I could hold that big Aquanet in there and it was the best. And because it was denim, you could write on it. So of course I had to put I heart the boy
Him.
I was.
I know. Mm-hmm.
You know. So anyway, Aquanet.
Okay, we talked about your leather or your jean jacket in our last podcast, which made me think like, okay, there was a lot of 80s fads that we need to talk about.
Yes.
But along with the jean jacket was the stonewashed.
Oh,
Stonewashed
acid
jeans,
washed.
acid washed. And then we made our own with the bleach, tying them up and making our own acid washed. Well, you maybe did. I had to do that because I was poor. Your parents probably actually bought you real stonewashed. But okay, another one. And I know this is going to bring back some really funny memories for you, for us. Okay. Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure. Just Pee Wee Herman in general.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes.
Hello, Francis.
Oh my gosh.
But then remember his show. He had a show.
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Right. And wasn't it Samuel L. Jackson that was in it also? No. He was the mailman.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes. Yeah. I confused. Yeah, that was like one of his first things was he was the mailman on Pee-wee's. There would be a keyword and everybody would
and the chair would
the chair
all the furniture were yeah.
I just remember watching that movie like all the time. We watched it all the time.
I know. And I don't did we just do it to bug my mom?
Probably. She hated it when She hated it. But that was one of those weekends where if I was staying with you or you were staying with me, our moms knew we needed a bag of Smart Food popcorn. That's another, which it's come around and they have a bunch of different flavors now, but we're OG white cheddar. Absolutely. Original. So it was Smart Food popcorn, French bread with the Brommel and brown butter. We lived like prisoners.
That's true. We kind of did.
Yeah. Your parents would buy us soda and my parents would make us Kool-Aid. So
I remember the Kool-Aid.
Your house was way better. You know, we couldn't have soda because it was way too much sugar, but we could drink Kool-Aid by the gallons. And literally my mom would take a gallon milk jug and make Kool-Aid. We could drink that all day long, but soda's too much sugar. So.
Well, we had diet ones too. Remember Diet Shasta?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And do you remember we had that one that was chocolate flavor?
Yes. Okay, let's talk about weird sodas from the 80s. Bikini Cola.
I don't remember that.
Mm.
But do you remember Tab?
Yes. That's still, you can still buy that in the store. That's what my mom drank. My mom drank Tab because she was always dieting.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tab you can still buy.
Mm-hmm. Check your grocery store. You can still get it.
Well, speaking of Brummel and Brown butter a second ago, what about, I can't believe it's not butter spray. Do you remember? Do you remember that commercial?
Yes. Yes.
Who starred in it? Do you remember?
Fabio.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then he got his nose busted by he was on a roller coaster and got
a bird
smacked in the face by a bird and busted his nose.
Yep.
So my dog, he has several different personalities and they're all named. And one of them is Fabio because his hair, he is the Fabio of dogs with his amazing locks of hair. Anyways, okay. Another one that I know is going to bring back very fond memories for both of us.
Okay.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
I had Molly Leora.
I was just going to say, let's see if I remember your Cabbage Patch Kids' names and if you remember mine. I do remember Molly Leora and Dave Austin. Yes. That was your boy and your girl.
Yes.
Do you remember mine? I had two.
I know.
I had a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
My girl was older than the boy.
Oscar.
Yes.
Irving. Oscar Irving.
Yes.
Irvin.
Or was it Irvin Oscar?
Okay.
No, it was Oscar Irvin.
Okay.
It was one or the other. I don't even remember. But yes, those were the two.
For some reason, I'm remembering Nanette, but I think that was Jenny's Cabbage Patch Kid. Can you give me a hint?
It starts with an A. Do you still have yours? Does your mom have them?
I have them in the garage.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember yours.
Aggie Millicent.
Aggie Millicent. Okay, I remember now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I got my Cabbage Patch for Christmas or something.
Well, I had a fake one, remember? First.
I do remember.
We were too poor, actually, which it's funny. We weren't poor, but my parents definitely were terrible with money. So we lived like we were poor. Anything that was on trend or fashionable, my dad, absolutely not. You better get yourself a job if you want one of those dolls. So I got a fake one first. But you got to like pick it.
Yeah.
It was an aunt or a friend of my parents or something had this fake Cabbage Patch thing where you actually went and picked your baby and did the adoption, but it was a total knockoff. Like the body was plastic, where on a Cabbage Patch Kid, they were, soft.
Yes.
But Kmart, which was the store back in the day that had blue light specials, and at Christmas time, you would go to the store and it was chaos. So they would have drawings, ticket drawings. Yes. And so, it was absolute chaos at Christmas time. And we were there and my dad actually won a Cabbage Patch. That's how I got my first one. And then I think one must have been on sale at a garage sale or something. The one I got first, my dad was going to keep Aggie Millicent. That was the one that we won at Kmart. He was going to keep it because it was going to be worth money someday. Oh, that's what he said about everything. He collected everything. Pepsi cans, the cans that were decorative. Yes. In the late 80s, early 90s, they came out with all the Pepsi cans. I don't know if you remember, but in our kitchen, there was a rack full of them. He was collecting them. Oh, yeah, the hats too, because those would be worth money someday. So I wasn't allowed to open the Cabbage Patch doll or play with it. It was given to me, but it had to stay in the box. I wasn't allowed to play with it. And then I finally got it for like a Christmas present or something.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. So I've given you 4. How about you give me one?
Something from the 80s. Well,
okay. And then I
you're
have
like,
one
wait,
too.
I have one.
I do.
Okay, so this is a little pertinent for now because as I honestly did not really watch much of the Olympics, but I think along with everybody else in the whole world did see the
Australian breakdancer.
Yes. And I'm looking at that and I'm thinking back to the 80s which I think possibly you and I might have tried something sometimes to break dance, but it was more the guys that did it.
Mm-hmm.
From what I remember, I feel like they may have been better when we were like 11 or 12 than that.
100%. Safeway parking lot, there was a dance in the parking lot, and you and I went, and they had a spotlight up on the roof, somebody up on the roof of Safeway. If they put the spotlight on you, you won something.
Yes.
So we decided to do our little routine, which is you laid down and I like jumped over you doing this. Ringing any bells?
Oh, yes.
So first of all, why we had you lay down in Safeway parking lot. Hopefully you got a hepatitis shot after that. I don't know. That was a terrible idea. But then our second move, do you remember what our second move was?
You jumped around.
No. That was our one move. You laid down. I jumped over you, like crossed my feet over you and hopped from top to bottom. But what was our second like go-to move?
I don't remember.
Yes, you do.
Is it the thing where I jumped on you?
Yes.
Is it the one where that one time at church when we tried to do it, I went flying over you?
Yes. But basically we did this all the time. I would just stand there like crouched.
Yes.
Or like squatting, and you would run and jump on my shoulders.
Yes.
And I would catch you. So back in the day, Shar was very strong, freakishly strong for a girl, and very muscular, not normal. And Cindy was, a typical 13-year-old who was skinny. And so it made the perfect combination to do this amazing routine where I would stand there and Cindy would come and jump on my shoulders.
I'm sure it was so amazing.
It was amazing. But one more quick one. We only have like a minute and a half before we have to throw it over to trivia.
Okay.
We're going to stay on time this week. Bermuda shorts and Dad's t-shirt.
So, yes, Bermuda, but I remember them being called jam shorts. Do you remember them being called jam shorts?
I just,
because the ones that I bought at the mall, they were called jam shorts, and those are Bermuda shorts. People, I don't, they were like came down right above the knee. They weren't tight or anything, but they had pockets. They almost kind of were almost like a guy's shorts.
Yeah. But they were super baggy, and they always had cool designs on them.
Yeah, now, like paint splatter or plaid or something.
Yes. Circles and I don't remember what they were actually called because I never actually bought a pair. You would have to bring a second pair of clothing to school for me to change into.
Yes, I remember.
So you would come and it would always be the shorts that were super busy and loud, and then a solid Dad's just plain t-shirt, pocket t-shirt. Yes. In a color that matched the shorts. So you would have to bring me the shorts and the t-shirt.
Yes. Now, speaking of that, do you remember in high school when we started wearing boxer shorts?
Yeah.
I loved those. They were so is it time? Okay.
It's time. So if
and
people
we
heard
also we also wore Teva sandals with socks.
Oh yeah.
And I see
and Birkenstocks.
Yes, Birkenstocks. But
we talked about Birkenstocks. I don't remember if that was on the last show or just us talking about it. But
or if I had to cut it, I can't remember. But kids are wearing that nowadays.
Yes,
I saw it again. For a while, it was so stupid to wear socks with sandals.
Yes,
now they're doing it again.
But it's still not okay. It looks terrible. So the Teva sandals, I call those river sandals because that's the only place you wear them is at the river. You don't wear those in public. But those have shockingly, they've made a comeback. I will admit some of the styles are kind of cute, but I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Okay. But the Bermudas, the Birkenstocks, I'm kind of on board with the Birkenstocks because they're still comfortable.
Right. Yeah, they're kind of timeless.
And I do live in the Pacific Northwest, so it's only appropriate that I wear Birkenstocks and flannel and hug trees.
That's
and
true.
Eat granola. Okay.
Okay, so listeners, we want to do a trivia, and we actually had tried to do this before, and we ended up having to cut it all because we talk too much. That's why
even though our buzzers stayed in just at random times.
Yes. In our last podcast, if you heard a random buzz, I was trying to do some sound effects, and it just did not work out well. So we're going to do a quick trivia, and you can just go ahead and yell the answer out. Okay, Charlie?
Okay. If I know it.
Right.
You have a lot of faith in me.
And I have more than 5. If we have time, I have a couple extra if we want to do it.
Okay.
I was thinking that I would do the same topic that you were going to have, which was 80s trends, but I thought, well, that's going to be silly because probably all the things I ask about are things we're going to talk about already. So
Yeah.
I decided to do old TV or advertising mascots.
Oh, okay. Before we do that, can I just one more memory? And we have a picture of this, and I'm going to scan it in, and we will post it on our social media. But there's a picture of me and you. You look like you're dressed to go to the office, and I look like I'm dressed to go milk a cow, like or be friends with Laura Ingalls or Holly Hobby. So I want people to guess what event we were going to dress like that. So I'm going to post the picture, and you were very on trend. I don't know what the hell was going on. Again, I looked like I was going to go milk a cow. You looked like you were going to the office on a Thursday. So we'll post that picture. I'm going to scan it in. I have a stack of pictures that I borrowed from you to scan in, and I still have to return them to you. Yes, the last time I came to visit. Anyways, we only have 7 minutes yet. Don't get hung up on that. Okay. We got to get to trivia. But I'm going to post that picture you'll post it on social media. Okay. And people can take a guess where we were headed to.
Okay. Sounds good.
So back to trivia.
Okay. Trivia. Our topic is old advertising mascot type of things. Okay.
I think I'm going to be good at this.
Okay. What was the name of the red claymation mascot for Domino's Pizza from the 1980s?
The Narf. No, Norf. Dorf. It was like that bunny looking robber guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like Norf or Dorf or...
It's really close. The Noid.
Noid! I knew I was close.
You were close. Okay. McDonald's had some mascots besides Ronald McDonald. Can you name the purple one or the one... Okay, or the one that wore black and white stripes?
Hamburglar.
Okay, very good.
I know my McDonald's. I'm still a fan. McDonald's, if you'd like to sponsor us, I'm a huge fan.
Right.
You still have the best fries.
Yeah. Okay. What is the name of the Frosted Flakes mascot that says
Tony the Tiger?
Great. What was the name of the healthy dried fruit mascots that sang I Heard It Through the Grapevine?
Oh, the California Raisins.
That's right. What was the name of
You're going to need more because I'm on fire.
What was the name of the dog mascot for Bud Light in the 1980s?
Oh, Spuds McKenzie. Come on, give me a hard one.
Bonus question, if you know what breed he is.
Yeah, he's a Staffordshire Terrier.
That sounds right. For some reason, what I read online was Bull Terrier.
Oh, Bull Terrier. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Staffordshire Terrier, I guess, is more pit bull looking, but...
Okay, so I do have 4 more questions.
Let's do it, because we have 5 more minutes.
Oh, actually, I only have 3, because one of them was about Fabio. Okay.
Well, ask it anyways.
Right. You're like, I'm going to feel so smart. What popular cartoon character did an ad that says, nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger?
Wait, what?
What popular cartoon character did an ad that says, nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger?
I don't know this. Wait.
Yeah, you do.
Is it recent? Or it's from the 80s?
It's from the 80s.
Nobody better, but it was a cartoon? Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger? Wait, it was Mr. T. No.
No.
Apparently that was wrong.
I pity the fool who thinks that. No.
Speaking of 80s.
Don't have a cow.
Oh, Bart Simpson. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Do you remember it now?
Duh. Yeah. Doesn't he?
Probably.
No. Yeah.
I don't know. So here's the last one then. Because my other one was who was the mascot who said, I can't believe it's not butter spray. Yeah. Okay, last one.
I bet most people don't remember that I can't believe it's not butter spray.
So maybe it'll spark a memory. Mm-hmm. What cartoon family had their own brand of chewable vitamins?
The Flintstones.
I know. That's the only vitamin there was.
Yeah.
And they were so gross.
I didn't get those either because they were too expensive. I got those red chewy tablets that the dentist gave us when they came to visit the school. That was as much vitamin as I got.
Nice. The thing that showed any tartar that you had.
Yeah.
So actually, I was just talking to Chris about that. And because I said how we'd do it at school, and then
Yeah.
you'd like be like, ew, your teeth are gross, because it would have pink stuff. And here, apparently for him in his class, he was like, we never did that. I only did that at the dentist. It's like, that's unfair. We got made fun of and brush your teeth, I guess.
We also, the nurses would come and give us shots. We would get our vaccines at school.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well, maybe because your family could afford to take you to the doctors, and I had to do the free ones at school. Yeah, no, I remember twice. So in kindergarten, we all had to line up, and we got some sort of vaccine or some sort of shot. I'm assuming it was a vaccine. And remember. Then I think in first grade, we had to do it again.
I don't think I did that. I think I had mine done at the doctor.
Yeah, probably. I do remember, though, I can't tell you, my mom spent probably half of her life in the emergency room getting stitches for either me or my brother. I thought getting stitches was normal. We were in the emergency room all the time getting stitches. I thought that was totally normal. And I was talking to a friend of mine at work. This was just a few years ago. And she had never had stitches. And I'm like, you've never had stitches? Like, that was weird to me. And she's like, how many times have you? And I'm like, oh, I can't even count. I have no idea. She's like, Char, that's not normal. I'm like, no, you not having stitches is not normal. So she starts asking everybody, have you ever had stitches? No. Have you ever had stitches? No. Have you ever had stitches? No. No. I'm like, what? I had stitches on stitches. Like one time, my brother ran me over with his bicycle and tore out my stitches. And I had to go back to the emergency room and get restitched.
What about, not stitches, but what about, do you remember when you
knocked my front tooth out?
Yeah. How old were you? 8?
I think I was in 5th grade.
Oh, so that'd be more like
10.
So
about, 5, 6, 7,
yeah, that's 10.
8, 9, yeah, 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was like 10. 9 or 10?
Yeah, that little flipper lasted you a long time.
Long time.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, I think that's going to about wrap it up for our second recording of our podcast. We still need a name. We need people to help us out with a name.
It's probably going to end up being like
Cindy and Char's podcast.
Or Cindy and Char's B2 podcast or something.
I think it was Uncircumcised or something.
That was the cut version. Circumcised version.
Char and Cindy's Circumcised podcast.
Right. People are like, ugh.
Okay. So thank you for tuning in to another edition of Cindy and Char's B2 podcast, where we like to reminisce about the 80s and growing up together in the 80s. And hopefully you enjoyed it and will join us for the next one.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Have a good night.